I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity, project I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will, got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and on the Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we one up. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame, or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGproject.io with the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream. Public service announcement, t.me/anti-gravity saga. Hit the telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity, project I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will, got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.
Freeze dried for like snacks. Freeze dried for like snacks, like when you're hiking.
But is there some belief around kangaroo balls? Are they good luck? Are they bad luck?
Yeah, that's actually a medicinal. I'm not even kidding.
Like for fertility, I'm guessing, or like what?
Yeah, is it like rhinoceros horn type stuff?
Trying to get rid of hiccups.
Okay, so say you're walking along and you cut your arm. Okay.
Sure.
Do you want tetanus? Do you want an infection?
No.
You know what to do. You know what to do.
Kangaroo balls.
Do I have to kill a kangaroo and cut his balls off?
Look, it becomes obvious in the moment. I can't tell you now until the situation arises, okay? But in the moment, it becomes obvious. The answer becomes obvious, okay?
Well, everything in Australia
whole
is
arm
trying
of
to
medicine.
kill you, right?
That's it's going that way.
Yeah. Everything in Australia is trying to kill you, right?
Oh, I've been to America recently, and I would argue that the opposite is true. This is really confusing because I don't know the lingo around drugs. So is that like a form of drug, or is he trying to like kill me with this tiny little knife? And it became just very confusing. Like, what are you actually trying to do here, bro? And anyway, I just kept repeating myself until finally my husband was right behind him, and I said, my husband's here. And then he gets his tray of drugs and he scuttles. He does this like weird run. Yeah. And he scuttles into the local like TAB. And it was just very confusing. And I was like, oh, God. Anyway.
That's not where I thought that story was going. I thought you were going to say we're eating Subway in the car and Jared from Subway came over and started mumbling stuff through the window. That's a lot scarier.
That's just a local pharmacist.
He's just a good salesman. You know,
I'm just like, I'm not like in a situation I've never been in. I think I just like, I don't quite get it. Like maybe I'm a bit like funny like that. But for example, like I got held up once. I worked in a fish and chip shop, right? This guy comes in and he's got like this hoodie on, so you can't really see his face. And then he's got this like things over his hands, like a cloak almost like over his hands. And he comes up to the counter and he, blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking like, get it. Like he obviously wants me to open the till, give him money. I was just like, dude, I don't know. Like, I just wasn't convincing. And so then what one of my bosses does is he gets like a pan of hot oil and he fills up the pan and he comes over, and then his wife, whose name's Cheryl, she's like, Michael, no. And then Cheryl presses the panic button and then he runs away. But yeah, I've only ever been in situations where people aren't really committed to the actions. I think I've been pretty lucky like that.
Hang on, you guys had a panic button at a fish and chip joint?
Yeah.
What the hell? That's the most interesting part of the story. Not the dude trying to kill you or the hot oil. You guys have a straight up bank panic button. Like cops respond within 30 seconds. They're like, shit's going down with the cod. We got to get over to 8.
Yeah.
God save the fish and chips.
Yeah.
This stuff is happening on multiple occasions.
How many times does this place get robbed that has?
Oh, well, I don't know. Like, I never thought about it like that.
I feel like that should be part of the interview process. Like when they're like asking you, like, hey, what's your, biggest, like, can you work weekends? You're like, yeah, but how many times do you get robbed? And should I bring a weapon to work?
It's strange. Like, what I found was like everything was like pretty safe because like in Australia we have gun laws where no one carries. Mm-hmm. And so it was like very much a different culture to be going to states that had that were open carry. Mm-hmm. And it was actually okay when you're surrounded by people because you think like shark attacks, like if there's heaps of people, probably not going to be you, right? So that was okay. But then, yeah, it actually all worked out okay. It was just a lot of getting used to. Like it's just a way of, we didn't grow up hunting and, killing stuff. And but then people think of Australia like that, but actually we're a little bit not like that, I would say. Some people
real quick, I'm going to just say thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in, tuning in, half tuned in, will tune in. There's been a solid 50 people plus watching this stream since I started. So I am very glad to have y'all along with me on this journey. I'm glad to be a part of this journey. It's wonderful. The next few hours are going to be great because I get real entertaining when I'm sleep deprived. And I have not stayed up for 24 hours in a very long time. So A, hopefully I can do it, and B, we're in for a wild ride.
You're 9.5 hours in, SJ.
Yeah.
You can do it, SJ.
And just remind me, I'm gonna stop. I guess I'm gonna stop the stream and start it over again at like 2:30 a.m. something like that. That way it's saved. Because I think it'd be cool to save this. But I feel like someone said earlier, like this is like a important moment in our history, and I feel that. Like I feel like something's a brewing right now.
Yeah. So. I would put this in a time capsule for sure.
Right.
And shout out to the replay gang.
Yeah.
The people that just come in and out and in and out.
We appreciate you.
Shout out.
Leave a comment. Say hello. I do read them.
Where are you from? People in the chat, tell us where you're from. That's like a big AI.
What are you hunting, Shadi? He said, I'm from Western Australia and we hunt. That's true. Farmers hunt the shit out of things like wild pig and like emus that are out of control, kangaroos that are out of control. Bang, bang, bang. Sometimes from like helicopters. Boom. So yeah, our farmers do hunt.
I'd be down to get Tiger on this stream. Tiger's a decent human. I met him in person and living my best life, just said that. I admittedly, I don't think I follow him on X only because like, we're just real different. I don't necessarily disagree. I do also appreciate the shit out of like his work ethic and like how hard he, tries to like do different things for the algorithm. So I don't know. I'm at this point where like I've started following a lot more people because I feel like there's going to be a cutoff point really soon where I'm going to stop following people because all these like new people are going to show up and like people that disappeared that are coming back. Like, where were you? Where were you? So, yeah, maybe I'll give Tiger Crypto a follow. in general, I think he's a net positive. I don't guns so much, and he does a lot of guns. And I also don't, it frustrates me when I see people, and I've seen, there was someone, I can't remember who it was. I saw someone the other day, like, down talk someone else. And I feel like this community, people should rise above that, you know? Like, you don't have to put someone down to make your point. You don't have to, you know, drag someone through the mud in order to, you know, put yourself forward. And I think people that do that, I think that's kind of petty. So yeah, I try to stay out of the drama. I don't know. That's my long answer to that statement.
We got people from India, New Zealand, we got Bangkok, Thailand, we got someone from Western Australia from my hood. We got, who else we got? I don't know.
It's Bass God on the track. Welcome to crypto. We out here getting figures. Stop gambling and trading stocks. They're financial killers. But see, with every upside, there's a slide. An embodiment of crypto is Hex. We got a winner. My name is Corey, an investor, and I'm winning. A Hexagon for life, I just retired, now I'm chilling. But see, I took an early L. Friends thought I couldn't tell if Hex was some magic money, and I was under a spell. But I exhale, cause my research, it didn't fail. I invested in Hex, then became a whale. I'm making waves now, I tell you there's a way how to stake it, then forget it, and chill in Dubai or Cape Town. But after the highs, there's always a drought. And that's when the scammers, the FUD, and the wolves are out. I'm trying to educate just to mentally stimulate people who felt like me, like I'm always missing my break. That's why I wait, man, I sit back, observe the bait. A piece of cake when the finished product's on the plate. So don't wait, go to hex.com, mate. Cause Hexagons rep from the US to the Aussie state. Which means we down under, I mean we underground. I see you haven't heard of us, millionaires all around. You heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and blockchain though? Well, Hex is simply better code. Crypto 2.0. Welcome to crypto. We out here making figures. Stop gambling and trading stocks. They're financial killers. But see, with every upside there's a slide. An embodiment of crypto is Hex. We got a winner. So back to the story. Investors, they see the glory within Hex. Through a Dex is verified. We don't need a Maury, which means no middleman. No man to tell a story, stories told. It's on the blockchain, just a few years old. But this about the money, and money rules the world in politics. And if it's in the wrong hands, your baby girl, we're here to make a change. My mind's on future gains. We change the conversation, but the money made is insane. Are you a Hexagon or not? Does Hex always make new highs? The truth. Where all the haters at, shaking in they boots, while we show up to these conferences in $10,000 suits. That's something like, we ain't talking about the drinks of flight. Hexagons shine like you stargazing to the night. That's something like. Hexagons shine like the stargazing to the night. Welcome to crypto. We out here getting figures. Stop gambling and trading stocks. They're financial killers. But see, with every upside there's a slide. An embodiment of crypto is Hex. We got a winner. It's Bass God on the track.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And I just realized that by moving the mic over here, I now no longer block the trash can. So that's cool. Shout out to Corey Nevester. I love his videos. I love his music. I love his hardcore Hexagon loyalty. He's a real one, a real one. Had so much fun on stream with SJ and Briss and Chaz, Crypto Chaz. Really cool. I mean, I've seen her around a lot. I know she's an OG, but I've never got a chance to really talk to her. And we talked about her origin story. We talked about Australia. We talked about kangaroo nuts, spinning people around with and without their consent. But yeah, check that out. I had to get off of YouTube because I just wanted to start playing music and vibe coding with you guys. And I cannot vibe code some of the stuff yet because it's a secret. It's a super duper secret. So let's see who's in comments here. Who's in chat? We got Hexy Ditter, Anti-Gravity, Believe in Yourself. Good to see you. Oh, some of my favorite Hexicans: Max, SJ, Briz, Mi Familia, Corey Investor himself. I did not know he was here actually at all. Honestly, I just started playing his music. Hey, how's it going? I'll be back on my channel with what I'm doing now. I appreciate you, Max. Oh, good. I can't wait to see more of you. Yeah, and come on here. Come on, join me here anytime. It'd be great to chop it up live with you guys. In fact, I'm gonna throw a link to join here in the comments, and I'll also throw it in our Telegram, t.me/anti-gravity saga. It's a Telegram. Tap in. Boom. Nope, that's not it. Boom. There we go. Yeah, so now it's in our Telegram and it's in comments there if anyone wants to join. Some crazy stuff when I've been insanely busy. Sorry I have left you guys a couple days without your daily hit of Pulse Ray Vision. But I was really busy one night, and then the second night I streamed with SJ and those guys. That was a lot of fun. I figured, well, that counts as my stream. And then I think last night I just came home and I was reading Claude and Code and going over some ideas with Claude. Yeah, I was like falling asleep in my chair. So I went to bed like at 7:30 last night because I couldn't hang. It's been really busy. It's been busy at the carpet place. As you guys saw in Telegram, I was on the news cleaning up a flood in one day. One whole day was like 10 hours of just cleaning mud out of a basement, and that it was like 100 degrees down there. So that was, I mean, I'm putting in the effort, I'm putting in the work, I'm making sure I don't have to sell the Hex and Darker and anything else. Hugh's in the house. Hugh Maitrey is in the house, and he says an Australian. If I hope I'm not doxing him too much, but I believe he's over there in Australia, and a lot of Hexicans from Australia, a lot of cool people over there. It's incredible how it goes. Basically, it goes United States, Great Britain, Australia. That's like where almost all the Hexicans are, but that's also where most of everyone in crypto is from, because that's where people have money and that's where people have the internet. So it makes sense that that's where it's the biggest. Crazy stuff happened in the market. Crazy stuff. There was the Fed announced that they were going to start buying bonds, and everything went all hell broke loose. Gold, silver went crazy, and Bitcoin went insane, and Ethereum showed signs of life, and I was like, wow, that's pretty damn cool. We got Crypto Cat in the house. Good evening. Good to see you, bud. Let's see here. Let me share my screen here and start just jumping through stuff so that this isn't an 18-hour stream. I'm happy to make it to the weekend. Congratulations to everyone who made it to the weekend. It's not easy some weeks to make it to the weekend, and I'm proud of each and every one of you. So let me put baby in the corner down here. And then first thing I'm going to pull up is thebestcharts.com. This has been chilled by your friend Sami, and looking pretty damn good today, up 544%. I did see this tweet from Richard Hart, and I gotta push back from this tweet right here, where he's like, where did he say? He's like, he just like I not, and I'm not trying to be that negative Nancy guy, but there's just some things that like people say, and you're like, well, yes, that's true, and you're not being like, where the hell is it here? There it is. So he's saying that like Hex is up 7x in price the last couple months, and I love that. I truly love that. I really, really, really love that. But how high is Hex up in 3 months or 4 months? I mean, like, it's just like, yeah, I get it, and yes, I want to focus on the positive, but I you know, and this is really a good sign. This is a bullish sign. When Richard Hart comes out and starts claiming glory, that's great for Pulse Chain. Very, very good for Pulse Chain. So yeah, I saw that this morning on the way to work. I was like, yeah, yep. Grinding, recently single, living for free in a shipping container, and the $350 a week I'm saving in rent, all invested. Hell yes, you're living every man's dream. I don't remember who it was, but Steve Chappelle or Chris Rock or one of those guys basically said, if it weren't for women, all guys would live in a cardboard box. And I'm the happiest I've been in decades. I've even had a stray kitten adopt me. Best therapist I've ever had. I bet, yeah, animals can be extremely helpful and healing. I can only imagine. It's good to see you here, buddy. Hugh is one of the people that sacrificed 3,000 fuel cells to the void, because he was thinking that was what you do, and I think he got 90 credit for 90 darker, which is crazy insane. We'll see how the market treats him and how darker matter treats him as things evolve and get different and better. There's I've come to the realization of a few things recently in darker matter that I think that could be improved dramatically. And so I've been working with Dev in the back, with Left in the background, and we are working on some stuff. As soon as we can share any of it with you, we will share it with you. I've also been given a beautiful gift of code from a friend of the channels, and it's just a really cool looking thing, and I will share more about that as I can share more about that. But yeah, sorry, that's all I can say about those two things. So yeah, that's what's going on. I don't know why I'm showing you guys just my forever screen. That's kind of not great to look at. Oh, because we were doing, we can check out the Ultimate Flex in a little bit. I was going to say, nope, that's welcome to crypto. We'll just watch that one. Best charts. That's where we were. Yeah, best charts. So Hex looking good here. PulseX is looking really good. So the PulseX bottom goes back to the 9th of June. And the Hex bottom goes back to the 9th of June. Interesting. And Pulse's bottom goes back to the 13th of July. 13th of July. So Pulse was the last one to hit bottom out of those three, it looks like. Let's check out Folding at Home, Dr. Doge. If you're not part of drdoge.net, it's an amazing project. I was actually talking to an OOG about this project, and the OOG had the same idea before Richard had the idea, because they knew about folding at home and mining, and they wanted to put something like this together. Then Richard said he was going to do it, so the OG dropped it, and then now we see it finally come to fruition. Which here's the plan. This kind of shows everyone getting paid for their mining. What you do is you download Folding at Home. You set this up in a matter of minutes, and then you start folding proteins with your GPU to help with science. Be a good boy and do science for medical research. Right now, we're working on 15239 and 18292. And if we go to the projects, those are both target unspecified. So sometimes it'll tell you what it's working on specifically, like cancer, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. But usually it'll say that these are related to some of those, and it's trying to like pinpoint things and predict things. So that's pretty amazing. The other amazing thing about drdoge.net is, oh wait, I have 2 folding home planets open. I was hoping to show you guys the website. Let's just go. Just take me to the website. Recent share photo. Man, do I not have this? Here it is. Nope, those are both folding planets. So let's just go to drdoge.net. And I like to show people that not only do you mine Dr. Doge, the Dr. Doge token, which is being, the emissions going down over time. But yeah, here's the step-by-step guide, which is actually fairly easy to follow. Even I can follow it. And then we go to things, prove such science. Is this it? That's not it. I'm trying to show you guys these crazy merge community tokens that are very proven science. There it is. Yeah, so this kind of shows how much science is going on in terms of network difficulty. What are these? These are M's. So whatever an M is, but check this out. So you get Dr. Doge is the core reward, and then merge folding active. They've got 10 tokens that you guys are getting paid, or you get paid if you fold proteins with the group, including Wrap Pulse, Hex, Wick, Dye, Indican, Darker Matter. Maybe you've heard of it. Nuts. Oh man, you can get more. All the nuts you can eat. Morbius, which is where we go to tip the dealer. Pateus and OTR only tires token. And here are some other community tokens. If people contribute them or gift them, then they'll show up there. So there's a gelato disabled or distribution error is gelato. So right now we got to figure out what's going on with gelato. Maybe it's because it's a tax token. I'm not sure, but it looks like gelato wants to join the community, which is a good sign. Price. Let's go check out price here. Here's Jack and Curb. Here's the price of Curb Stomp and Jack. This one is up 55.16 million% in the last 24 hours. Oh, brother. Started at $2. Now it's $2.26. Not bad. It's not bad. And then, of course, you got, let's see here, Jackpot and Wrap Pulse. That one's at 3 zeros and a 4.2, which is silly. That's a silly amount right there. It's up 7%. Nuts is up 5%. Shout out to Nuts, Red Squirrels token. Pink Mistwell is up almost 5% to where it's now $55 for a million. It was $27 not long ago. It was $11 for a million, and now it's $55 for a million. Interesting. And it's 5554. So one more and it would be Cuatro Cinco. Interesting. Darker PDI. PDI is up 11% today. That's pretty cool. It says DAI stablecoin, but it's not a stablecoin. It's this is the one that people are hoping will pay to Adara. PDI to Adara. Nice V though recently. That's nice to see. Pulse Bitcoin is up 6%. It's had a nice boost lately. Very nice boost. Look at that. Look at this crazy. That was almost a curb stomp right there. Came down a little bit. Neon is up 11%, almost 12% today, up to about $0.015. That's a nice looking chart right there. Then you've got PulseX up 10%. We love our PulseX. I think PulseX is the powerhouse. I think that Hex and PulseX are like, if you got those two, it doesn't matter if Ink pumps or any of the others pump, because they might pump more one day, but the whole thing's kind of going up together. And Hex has the community power, and PulseX has the burning power. It has the token power, tokenomics. It's doing real well. In fact, like if you look at this is what's crazy. It looks like against USD, it looks like it did some giant wedge sideways and then dropped and bounced. But if you look at it against the native token Pulse, it shows a very, very different chart. Maybe if it pulls up here. And I don't actually know if this is big enough. This is big on my screen, but it's probably not big on yours. I almost need to like do the full screen thing like this for you guys to see what we're talking about. But I did try to switch from USD to Pulse, and oh, this is the Pulse screen right here. So yeah, here, let me go back. USD, here's the USD price, you know, just death and carnage all the way down. And then, but if you price it in Pulse, it is just a juggernaut. Just amazing. Good stuff. Yeah, PulseX has turned out to be the king so far about everything outside of Hex. Then you got Hex on Ethereum, and that is up 3.6% today. So yeah, it's doing its own climb towards a penny. I have no doubt that eHex is going to hit at least 10 cents in my humble opinion. If you know, PHEX Hex on Pulse Chain goes back up to 50 cents. There's, if not higher, it's just crazy. I don't think there's a supply of either of them the way people think that there's a big supply of those. Peacock is a penny and a half. I remember when it was sitting at a penny for quite a while. Of course, oh, this is still against Pulse. Wait, no, this is USD. Yeah, so 1.5 pennies there. Interesting. There is someone has got $164 of liquidity paired with Peacock and Darker. I think that's about it. Wick, we probably want to check out Wick and Pulse. Where's Wick? Well, here's Wick and Darker, but wanted to show more of the history of Wick. Yeah, so Wick is just marching up past a penny. Very good, very good. Okay, so that's the charts. The other two charts that people always want to know is what's Old Man Bitcoin up to. If you look at Old Man Bitcoin here on the 6-month chart, let's go to the 1-month chart. 1-month chart, it's almost doing a curb stomp from below 65K up to almost 80K, 78,000. That's nice. Grandpa woke up and he thought he was taking his heart medicine, and instead he just swallowed a fistful of Viagra, it looks like. And then its little sister Ethereum looks like the bad boys, the bad men, have finally taken their boot off of Ethereum's neck and stopped manipulating it for now. And it's popped up above 2,400. Like I said, we were telling it this whole time from June, July, and August. It's just been just painful to watch it grind lower and slower, and then just pop like insane. Yeah, we're hoping that it, like, at first we just wanted it to get above 2,000, stay above 2,000. Well, it's clearly above 2,000. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen there. agproject.io. That's agproject.io. agproject.io. There are 5 days. Well, actually, let me refresh this to see if it's. There's 5 days and 18 hours left in season 7 for you to mint in season 6 to mint for season 7. So 6 is live, 7 is what we're minting for. And there's 13,000 NFTs minted in it for Journey 7. And I don't believe that's any of the, well, I guess what I consider a well is more actually a Poseidon. The Poseidons, basically the Poseidons have not minted yet in this round, and we're already up to basically half of the last round and 5 days left. So let's see how many jackpots would be paid out at 13.4. Quick math. 13.4 divided by 740. equals 18. There's 18 jackpot winners so far. Let's say this doubles and catches up with 6. That's another 36 winners in round 6. Now, remember, we had, oh my gosh, how many winners did we have in round 1? Let's check the jackpot. All right, we'll go down here. We'll click on, we'll go back, we'll go to jackpot, get paid, jackpot. Yeah, so it's quite interesting to see the winners of the jackpot go down. So in round 1, 45 NFTs claimed and 168 sacrificed. There's 1 unclaimed still. So that is, what's 168 plus 45? I had to use a computer for this again. Quick math. 168 plus, what was it, 35? 45. See, that's why I need these tools. 214 winners. So you had 214 winners. Then you had 80 winners, basically 80 something winners. So yeah, 214, 80 something, and then you got 77 or 78. There were 78 here, but this equals 77. Where did the other one go? I don't know. And then we went down to round 4, so we went from 77 to again 70. Oh, here's the 78. Right? 70. Yep, here's 78 in round 4. And then in round 5, there were 30, 43, 47. So 47. Interesting. It's interesting to see the jackpot winners go down, the minting go down. It's almost like dark matter is harder to get hold of, even at these prices, which everyone, I think, in my humble opinion, sleeping on these prices. Did I even cover the darker? I didn't even cover the darker price. Here's darker Impulse X. It's 80 cents, which is insane because it already touched $1.80 not too long ago, which I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about that. The darker and die is at 73 cents. This is where the E-die converter sell pressure hits right now. So it's going to take the brunt the first. But if you go down here, I don't even see a bunch of mints, the 5, because it sells 5 at a time for the E-die converter. But that's insanely cheap. Insanely cheap. Okay. And not a lot of them left on the market liquidity right now. OX Bistro has some for sale at quite a price. It's at $1.29 there, so not in the money, not on sale right now. But there's like 1,000 there. It's 900 over on Jolt. This is something I wanted to cover that I think I need to tell people about. Is right here, this text right here that I just put out. This is what people are sleeping on. They don't understand that OTC is superior to liquidity. I have this argument all the time around Pulse Chain, which is people like if I go look at a token and it doesn't have liquidity, I won't buy it, because if it doesn't have liquidity now, it won't have liquidity later when I want to sell. And that's completely false. It is true that if it's locked liquidity or burnt liquidity, that it'll be there later because it can't move. But the truth is, and actually, Pink as well has some good locked liquidity for its market cap, and it's one of the top projects to ever come out of Pump.Tires. But this is something I tell people: is that OTC is superior to thick liquidity. Let me read this for you guys. Like and share this if you would. An AMM pool, in an AMM pool, your slippage equals your trade divided by the pool's stable side. So to keep your slippage under X%, the pool needs to be 100 times bigger than your trade. Trade size, slippage, target, stable side needed, total LP, both sides. So if I want to buy $1,000 and I want my slippage to be up 1%, I'm going to need the stable side to be $100,000 and both sides to be $200,000 for V2. So that's interesting to make a $1,000 trade. If I only want 1% slippage, there's got to be $100,000 in there, and there's quite a few tokens in Pulse Chain with hundreds of grand of liquidity, mostly the Richard Hart stable tokens or core tokens. Sorry. Now, if I wanted 0.5%, I would need $400,000 liquidity. If I wanted to sell $10,000 and only eat 1% slippage, I would need $2 million. And if I wanted to do $10,000 and only eat 0.5% slippage, I would need $4 million. If I wanted to do a $10,000 trade on the market and I only wanted to eat 0.1%, I would need $20 million liquidity. Now, how many tokens in Pulse Chain have $20 million of liquidity for a big investor? You know, $10,000 sling. Someone wants to sling 10 grand into something, but they don't want to eat slippage, or they want to sell it. This goes the same for selling, right? If you were to sell $10,000 and not push the price like crazy against yourself, you'd need $20 million in liquidity. Now that's insane. So for one person to sell 10K without pain, the community has to leave $2 million sitting in a pool forever. One guy with 10K meets him OTC and nobody feels anything. So in order to get the same deal with $10,000 buy or sell on OX Bistro, you actually need very little liquidity. You only need enough liquidity for a good price discovery. After that, if you're in the community and you're buying and selling to your community, everything else is fluff. None of it matters. And so if I can do on OTC like OX Bistro IO, I can do what it takes $20 million to do on a DEX or an aggregator. Like, that's insane. So, and I didn't stop there. I found 5 points to make here that people are completely sleeping on. An AMM charges you for size, OTC doesn't. The pool's price moves against you with every dollar of your order. You're bidding against yourself. OTC, the price is agreed before anything moves, zero slippage at any size. Number 2, capital efficiency is absurdly in OTC's favor. Absorbing one 10K trade at 1% needs 2 million part in LP doing nothing forever. OTC needs exactly one counterparty with 10K. For example, that moment, the LP has to pre-fund every possible trade. OTC funds the actual trade. Number 3, the chart is public record of slippage. Every big market sell prints a red candle that scares 50 holders who weren't even involved. An OTC trade of any size prints nothing, moves value, the chart sleeps. All right, inside a community, LP friction is money leaking out of the family. When a buyer and seller are both community members, routing through a pool pays slippage to arbitrage bots and moves the price against everyone else holding. OTC keeps 100% of the value between the two members. So thin LP isn't a weakness. It's a choice with a companion. The pool exists for price discovery and small trades. Bistro, Jolt, OTC rails exist for size. That's the design. Let the book stay thin so demand pushes price and route sizes around it. And the vending machine is exactly this philosophy applied to the protocol's own selling. OTC needs a counterparty and escrow. That's what Jolt, Bistro, and Jolt solve. And the pool still sets the reference price. OTC doesn't replace the market. It replaces size going through the market. So OTC is superior. No one's using it because it's not easy and simple right now. But that may change in the near future on some things going forward where it might be a little more automated. Who knows? Yeah, Brandon retweeted like this. Thank you so much. Steve Stash liked this post. Thank you very, very much. And of course, shout out to Believe in Yourself, who's already shared and liked the stream. Thank you very much, sir. Let's check our comments here. A lot of people saying hi. Eating dinner now. Okay. Enjoy your dinner, sir. Good evening, Max, and happy all Friday. What's up, Kate? Good to see you, buddy. So, yeah, that was my little sermon, my little moment, my little preaching to the choir of, hey, OTC is all you need. You barely need like a good PulseX or an aggregator for price discovery. But and don't get me wrong, the masses will be flowing in and out of the DEXs and aggregators. The masses will not be they don't even know what OTC is or what it does. So that's where the tax bot comes in, the sales tax bot that hits people who have not minted 10 of the NFTs from our collection. It's there for the bots and it's there for the traders. It's for people that are just looking to make money and get out, that don't understand what's going on in our ecosystem here. We are next level. Rings of Dust, if you guys want to read the book, you can go to this public GitHub repo and read it, or you can actually copy it and put it into AI. Have AI read it to you. Squirrel Swap with his baddies and his glowing jacket. Very cool. Squirrel Swap. Let's see what's going on here. I understand it and accept. Let's check out the liquidity of Curb Stomp on. So you can go to trade, you can go to liquidity, you can go to Pool Explorer on squirrelswap.pro. And looks like we're at 1.68K liquidity. Not bad considering I think this was started with $50 of liquidity on both sides of a few pairs. And yeah, it shows you right here, Curb and Jack is not paying anything. Nothing's going through Curb and Jack right now. It's got $900 liquidity. Now Curb and Pink Miss Well, there's no liquidity. It's all being pushed through Curb and Pulse. Curb and Pulse is getting 36% APR, and Curb and Darker is getting 4.64%, but there's only $1 of liquidity there. So 120, look at this. So this is a great example of why OTC is superior to LP, to thick liquidity. If you notice, the DEXs are just going to route through whatever works and is the cheapest and the easiest. And right now that's Pulse. So even though the liquidity here claims to be 1.68K, the chart or the pair, the DEX are only using a pair that has $128 in it. So all $42 of volume for the last 24 hours has basically gone through one tiny pair. So in practice or in reality, there's $128 liquidity on the Curb token. Do with that information what you will. Let's see what else we got here. We got the liquidity of Jack next, probably. I'm guessing. No, this is Pink Miss Well. Pink Miss Well has 15K of liquidity. Like I said, it has forever locked liquidity in, excuse me, from Pump.Tires. So yeah, Pink Miss Well and Pulse is sitting on 11K of liquidity. That's locked forever. That's never going anywhere. This is liquidity you can plan on selling into. This is liquidity you can plan on buying into. And let's do the that exercise that we just did right here. So if you have 11K liquidity across the two pairs, you would divide that in half. It's almost 12K. So we'll call it 12K, 6K. So there's 6K in each pair. And remember, you want to move the price as little as possible buying into it. That means that out of that $6,000, you could buy $60 of Pink Mist Well or Pulse in this pair and not move the price. That's right. Anything over $60 moves as significantly, at least 1% or more. So that's just, I mean, like it's interesting when you start seeing which routes it's actually using. Like, look, it's pushed everything through Pulse. $99 has been through Pulse. $13 has been pushed through Darker. So yeah, interesting. And there's $748 paired with Pink Miss Well and Darker. I imagine that'll be pulled in the near future. Here's another one right here. What's this one? This one is, this is the portfolio tracker. I'm not that worried about. Let's actually go to trade and liquidity and pool explorer, and let's look at Jack. Where's Jack? There's Jack. So we want to look at Jack. Jack says it's got $3,680 of liquidity, but does it really? Does it really? Nope. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it has $57 of liquidity that's being, or $800 of liquidity, which $57 is being routed through. Now, remember, you take that equation, you take 800, you cut it in half, you get 400. You take 400, you divide it by 100, you get $4. Any buy over $4 moves this token. Do what you will with that information. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. All right, so here is Darker. Darker has 8.95K liquidity. But does it? Let's go down. Again, we've got basically it's split between Darker and Die for the most part. There's a little bit going through Morpheus, a little bit of it going through Hex, a little bit going through Pulse X, but not much. It drops off at Cliff. $30 is going through Pink Mist Well because Pink Mist Well is tied to Wrap Pulse. So really, this $30 should be up here with the Pulse because that's where it's going, 190. So between Darker Matter and Pulse, you actually have 4K of liquidity between those two that are doing all the heavy lifting. And then another $1,000, another K there, and then a few $100s. So let's call it 5K of liquidity. All right, 5K, cut it in half, 2,500 divided by 100. You got $25. $25 moves the shit out of this market. You guys are starting to see how LP just falls apart on its face. It doesn't you really can't even it's absurd. It's absurd what happens when you actually look at some of this stuff. Some Darker Matter tokens on NFT Nutters. Shout out to Squirrel Swap, the runner of our RNG, our random number generator we use for the jackpot. If you guys, where are we at here? Nope, that's not the one I want. Somewhere around here, you can buy him a beer. Go to squirrels.pro instead of squirrelswap.pro, and you can scroll to the bottom, find his address, tip him, send him some love. Vault 369 seems like it's going pretty well. What's the total value locked here? 247% collateral ratio. That's pretty healthy. TCR, don't know what that is. Threshold, 110%. Somewhere here it had total value locked and stuff. Pulse, PLS. Yeah. I can't remember who took us through this, but it was pretty cool. Wix, VersaVault. A lot of activity on the Telegram here for VersaVault. So we'll keep checking back here. This is another lending protocol or a collateralized lending protocol. Wix.pix, never kill a frog's dog, and never kill a dog's frog. If you ever see a dog with a little Pepe running around with it. This is an AI army obsession where they're tapping into AI to try and get advantages in crypto and in building tools, all sorts of things. Fascinating spaces as always. And Tangent is one of the top homies, former gang member. That's right. He was a member of the Tang Gang, slinging memes. He's one of the more intelligent members there for sure. You got Aggate here. So if you guys are wanting to buy, let's say you guys are wanting to buy Darker, Jackpot, or Curb Stomp, or Nuts, or Dr. Doge, or Wick, You can put 7 million. You can put the number of tokens you want to buy with what you want to receive, and then it's going to say, okay, Jolt has the best price right here. Switch has the best, second best, and so on. So it will tell you down to the penny which aggregator is going to give you the best deal. That's pretty badass. That's swap.wick.pix. They also have a crazy thing called the Noxabot, and the Noxabot is kind of like a super condom for your trading wallet. It allows your wallet to sit behind a cold storage wallet and still be able to trade on the market without having the wallet on hot, having the wallet super hot. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. And it's pretty amazing that they're doing that stuff. Capes in the house. People saying hi to Capes. Yeah, that's swap.wick.pix. There's a button. They've got like a gun game with some gun NFTs. It's very, very interesting stuff going on over there. What else we got here? Smith. Oh, SwitchX. You go to SwitchX. Brandon building quite the thing over there with Switch, the Switch Dex aggregator, and there's so much going on here. I think I'm supposed to mint. I think I'm supposed to vote. So I usually just go the best one. It's going to be big. So I'll give it 100% of my vote. We'll submit a vote, which will cost me, and this is for next Wednesday. It's going to cost me thinking. Less than a penny to make our vote. What is gas? Let's check our gas. Squirrel's got gas on his website, right? Oh, look what I just found, homies. Copy that. There it is. Based there's Squirrel's contract address to send some tips to. Good to say alt's pumping a day. I think this is a start of a bull. However, I believe we will see only a steady pump until the end of November, early December. Then I think we'll face a big retraction. So you're only giving us till November, December. Man, we better go pretty damn high before then. I don't expect the true bull run until the end of January, but we will see. But I thought you said it was going to retrace in January. Oh, wait, no. You think it might retrace around November, December. Got it. Yeah, we'll see. It was fascinating to hear that Hodprol called what was going to happen the last few years perfectly, which makes me think I need to talk to Hodprol more, hang out with her. Actuator Finance is a great place to do HSI stakes of your hex. And then you can farm the actuator token, which gets more and more scarce. We have 1,925 actuator tokens that we can claim right now. They would show up in our wallet. Someone was asking me, this is what they're asking me. People have been asking all over the place, what's the best place? What's the best place to see your portfolio? Pulse chain. And a lot of people talk about Pulsefolio. Here's the gas. Look, so gas is 799K. That is high right now. But they're like, what's the best portfolio tracker? So here's the portfolio tracker for this wallet stream with. It says I got $127 in portfolio value. So actuator is our biggest token, followed by Dr. Doge, same size. Nuts, we got $25 of nuts, $22 of Jack. How do we have $22 of Jack? Either I bought some and forgot, which is very likely, but I definitely would have bought $22 worth. It must have gone up since I bought it. Hex $6, Pulse $6. I like this feature a lot, even more than the tokens. Tokens are great because it actually shows all the values of the tokens. Unlike some of the wallets and other things that don't fully support Pulse Chain. But I like the LP tab right here. So if I have LP that I forgot that I set a few months ago, which happens all the time, or a project to go, you'd be like, oh, I still have liquidity sitting there. Like our tokens that don't suck pool on 2Fox. It's like, wow, that's still there and it's worth $6 or whatever. So that I like the then there's Hex. This will show you your stakes. Here's your DeFi, which will show you your SwitchX. It'll show you your actuator. It'll show you your Dr. Doge payouts. Look at that. All that information that I did not know was there. I can come check. We got 13 cents. We got paid 13 cents for saving humanity, doing our part. Just and it's dust, but man, dust in a bull becomes significant. Dust in a bear becomes significant in a bull. Yeah, and then if you have your NFTs, it'll show you your NFTs. This will show us our NFTs. I forget which darker tokens they are, but this one actually he added the logo to these to hold their place. I have literally thousands of the darker matter fuel cells before we launched the version that we're on now. Crazy. Yeah, but that's about it. Let's go back to comments, make sure there's no one waiting in the green room. Getting to a penny means the OGs are back in the game. Everything else is gravy for now. I totally agree. I'd say that there's going to be a lot of buying and selling and people trying to front run each other up till 10 cents, maybe even a little bit past 10 cents. But once it goes past 10 cents, everyone's going to chase it. Chase. Did you see Sami spacesuit painting today? LOL. Yeah, I did see Sami in his spacesuit because Sami is a lurker, but Sami does not hold darker matter tokens, and Sami does not, unless someone sent him some. And he doesn't hold any NFT. Sami could not wrap his head around the tokenomics that we have here at play. He's a smart dude. He's a very smart cat. He really understands markets and macro and community. And he also understands a lot of conspiracy theories about PETI, some which are very intriguing, some which are total bullshit and will be proven to be complete bullshit. So it's like, I don't know if he knows it's bullshit and he just likes telling the story, or if he just wants to believe because he is irresponsibly long on his bags of PETI. Like, I think that he probably owns a third of PETI or something. That's why he puts 18 hours streaming. If he owned any darker, he would mention it on stream once he thought he had a big enough bag. So the fact that he won't mention our name, or he won't even say my name in comments, and he sure as shit won't say SpaceCult, which isn't even a SpaceCult is just what we call ourselves. It's not even a progress. It's not a token. It's anyways. Sami will sing our praises one day. All of the KOLs will sing our praises one day. I am sure of that. Going back to darker matter though, really quick. If you just go home, I love this so much. This is my favorite thing ever, is how to play with Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, freaking out. So you mint, you stake, you get paid. It's that easy. Someday it might even get easier, but for now, it's mint, stake, get paid. Close that. So we don't have anything to mint with right now. We have, how much darker do we have? We have a half of a darker. So we need another half darker. But let's go to get paid. Maybe we can afford another darker here. We'll go to claim EDI because we did sacrifice to the void at the beginning. We have 60 cents. Hell yeah. Okay, so we're going to pay. Wait, what's gas at? Where's the gas at? Oh yeah, gas is kind of high right now, but we'll get most of that 60 cents in our lap. Less than a penny, so still not too bad. And then it's going to give us the celebration right here. Or not. Waiting for confirmation. We'll see. Maybe I didn't bribe the network with high enough tip or gas fee. Waiting for this to hit the celebration. We'll see the fire, or actually the confetti, I believe. And it says passive income hits different, which it definitely does that. We'll probably see this website update before then. We're waiting. Mission Control has 2 actions. If you just connect your wallet, you can click Mission Control up here, or it's right here in the middle. But it says claim high EDI. That's what we're doing right now. Stake our 800 fuel cells. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have 800 fuel cells. So while we're waiting for this to happen, let's go over to, oh wow. See, 60 cents of passive income hits different. Awesome. Awesome. So now we have some EDI. Let's go shopping. Let's go to squirrelswap.pro and go to the trade here. Darker. That one. We'll go to trade. We'll go to EDI. And then we want to buy some darker matter token here. Where's our darker? There it is. So we're going to spend our whole max budget of 60 cents. And I think that'll give us almost a whole darker right now, which, oh man, if you guys only knew, yeah, we get almost 3/4 of a darker. So we'll be over 1 darker, which means you have 1 whole darker. You can mint 1 whole fuel cell. And we're already on ape, so we'll sign that. See if this goes through. It's going to cost me 2 cents to sell 60 cents to buy 60 cents of darker matter. Interesting. That's pretty high. Like I said, it's up a bunch. So hit close, and then we'll go back here to agproject.io, and we'll go to mint. Mint. We can go to the side, or you can just go how to play. We have 1, so we'll mint 1 fuel cell. And minting that 1 fuel cell is going to cost less than a penny, it says. We'll wait for the fireworks here. There we go. Congratulations. We minted a fuel cell. Now let's go back here to stake. Right now we can stake. We can stake round 5, which has 800 unstaked right here. So we click on unstaked. Let's stake another 20% of those. So that would be 160. Let's do 40. Let's do 300 of these. So we're going to hit stake. We're going to say we understand that we don't get paid while they're staked. We choose 180 days because we are insane in the membrane and mentally unwell. We're going to assign the wallet checks to see if we won the jackpot, and to also see if I think it also does the approval, but I'm not quite sure. 17 cents. So hopefully I'm staking this one for 17 cents, and there's not a second. Step 1 of 3, checking jackpot status. So I don't think I have to hit 3 transactions, but we'll see. Oh, we're also doing 320. I was thinking that this was my one that I just minted for some reason. All right. Yeah, I think it's because the gas is going up as people are trading back and forth to try to get their positions, or just the trading bots are going bananas because there's volatility in the chart. Well, they're waiting for this one. Oh, there we go. So it was 17 cents for that. Jeez. And then now it's $1.42 in Pulse. What is gas? Squirrel says that gas is 780. Let's refresh this. Yeah, gas is 800,000. So we're just going to wait. I'm just going to wait on that one and mint it later when it's cheaper. So I don't want to pay $1.23 for 2 and then a little bit more for the third batch, but that's how you do that. Check our comments here. Good CK viewer. No, there was a painting today where he is wearing a Cole Nova suit. As I said, be patient. He is teasing, LOL. No, he's trolling. He's trolling. Teasing is something you do on your honeymoon with a muffin. You know, trolling is what he's doing. He knows that we are watching him and talking about him, and I think he likes it. I think he likes being the center of attention. Yes, Corey, we'll go ape when Hex goes over. Penny, good to see you. Good stuff. Okay, so that's about it. I'm probably going to go back to work on some vibe coding stuff that I can't show you guys, and be in contact with the Mensch. LOL muffin. The Mensch left and I are cooking. So if you guys want to sit on 75-cent darker and not accumulate some right now, that's fine. You know, you do you. Choice is yours. Your money is your money. I would never tell you how to spend it, what to buy, or what to sell. I would tell you what I think is cheap, and I would tell you what I think is expensive. Right now, the only thing that's expensive that I can see is Bitcoin. Old man Bitcoin. I was talking to someone today that had a bunch of Bitcoin, and they're like, "Man, I wish I had more Bitcoin. I wish I had money to buy more Bitcoin." And I was like, "How many X's do you think Bitcoin has left in it?" He's like, "Well, Michael Saylor thinks that it's going to go up to $20 million each." And I said, "So why did Michael Saylor sell Bitcoin if he truly believes it's going to 20 million?" And he was like, "Well, he has a business that he needs to like pay these things out to." And I was like, "Cool, whatever." Wouldn't someone who's good with money and has a lot of money at their disposal and a lot of companies, wouldn't they find the money somewhere else if they believed Bitcoin was going to 20 million? They truly believed it? I don't know. I was like, you're not thinking this through, homie. You could buy, I've showed him my the jackpot chart today, and I showed him the curb stomp chart. He's like, "Whoa, that's amazing!" And I was thinking to myself, you should probably move some of your Bitcoin into maybe not jackpot or curb stomp. I did tell him, don't buy these ones, but maybe into Pulse, maybe into Hex. I think he bought like $1,000 of Hex at the top, like everyone else said, 40-50 cent Hex, and now it's worth $6 or something. And he's like, "Oh, it makes me so sad." And I'm like, "Buy another $1,000 right now." And he's like, "Oh, I could." I'm like, "No, that's the only cure for what." Yeah, you could lose another 1,000, but you've lost 1,000 in your mind. So if you were to go buy $1,000 at today's price and it's gone down that much, what is that? What's 6 divided by 100? $1,000. So it'd be 0.6 divided by 100. No, it'd be 6 divided by 1,000. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. No, it's 1,000 divided by 6. Okay, so you could 166x your bag right now. You can get 166 times your Hex right now with the same investment. And I just like, you can't get through to people, I sent you a DM on a suggestion for the treasury earlier tonight, but I think if you'd like it, a community vote would be best. Maybe I might check that. I do. Yeah, I'm working on some stuff that might have to do with the treasury and it might not. But I appreciate your suggestions. I'll definitely take a look at it. Yeah, some people you can't get. Some people like, I need something with $8 million of liquidity before I can put my $20 in. It's like, okay, have fun with that, dipshit. Sorry, that's mean. But I did actually illustrate why they do need that much liquidity if they don't want to push the price against buying and selling. Think about that. Just think about that, guys. Guys, OTC. if you're not buying and selling on OTC, or at least going and checking out what's for sale on there, just like driving by a yard sale and seeing if they got anything cool, I would definitely recommend that. And I would also say it might be good and it might be helpful to get the hang of OTC, and play around with it and post some tokens for sale up there, maybe buy a couple here and there. And I don't know, it might be good for if it might be good if you're in this community to go play around there and see what's going on. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I love you guys. You guys have more value than you can imagine. You do not realize how valuable you are. You don't realize how lovable you are. And take good care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. You can take care of yourselves in a way that nobody else can, because you're the only one that experienced yourself the way you do. So take care of yourself. You're worth it. Hopefully you find some purpose that you love in life, and you get to put some time and attention and energy towards it every day. That would be my hope for you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best damn community in crypto, hands down. The fact that we went through that crazy relaunch and nobody lost a pinky is a testament to that, for sure. Have a great weekend, just like Cape says here. And I'm actually going to drop YouTube, and I'm probably going to play some Sean Bellion or something before I leave, something good to leave you guys on for the weekend. And I should be streaming sometime tomorrow. And keep your eyes and ears open, kids. And thank you very much. Same to you. Believe in yourself. Same to you, Cape. And Corey, if you're still here, maybe you're going to catch this replay game. Whoever's watching this on replay game tomorrow, when you're mowing your lawn or running errands, doing whatever you do on the weekends, it's good to see you guys too. Thank you for the replay game. Appreciate that. And right now is usually when I say you don't have enough dark. You know what? Nobody is ready. Nobody is ready for what me and Left are cooking. All right, love you guys. I'm going to drop a YouTube and grab some music here for the ex boys and girls, and we'll see you later. Ciao.